Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you on this Sunday evening where we tend to have, well the last few weeks at least, a bit of a vlog, a bit of chat about some subject or nothing much I pick at random. So let's pick something, maybe space aliens, and there is a space alien behind me on a cushion cover, but space aliens, yes. Are we alone in the universe or not? Well, I think it's probably a dead cert. There's something out there somewhere. There's billions of planets, billions of galaxies, and probably in our tight cluster we call the universe, there's probably other stuff, well, many light years away, that light will never ever reach. So the logic that there's life out there is quite strong. Now, ever since man looked up into the skies, we thought that there was heavens or something out there. When we first discovered Mars, man automatically thought he saw canals there and there'd be civilizations there as well. And then you move on to H.G. Wells with aliens attacking the Earth. We're obsessed with it, aliens coming down and doing stuff. Very rarely that they are benevolent aliens and they always want to get our brains or our resources or enslave the whole of the human race. Now, when I was at school, there was a guy that said he'd spotted a UFO to his mum. He was in his house, thought, oh, I spotted a UFO, because there's lots of UFO sightings all over the world, mostly not reported, probably, and they tend to be a picture of a frisbee being thrown across or some sort of like fakery. But anyway, this guy, school kid, spotted a UFO and said to his mum, look, I spotted a UFO. I think it was round near the airport. And normally the mum would have said, oh, don't be silly, oh, that's nice, dear. But not on this occasion. She phoned the local newspaper. So they all come round and they interviewed him, poor chap, and they said, what did this UFO look like? And he said, well, this UFO by the airport, by the way, he said, well, it's like a triangle with an extra side. Like a square then. But anyway, the reporter didn't question this. He put the report in the newspaper, which all the other school kids read the next day and took the mick out of him all day long and for months afterwards. So space aliens, eh? It captures the imagination and not much information to get into the press. But why am I jibber jabbering about this for a while? Well, back in October 2017, a telescope in Hawaii, Robert Wurick, or whatever his name is, discovered the first interstellar object. So what did he discover? There was a rock that had entered our solar system that had come in from such a trajectory that it couldn't possibly have been in orbit, so it's come from outside, it's come from another system or somewhere or other. They've called it, no, I'm going to have to practice this now, they've called the asteroid thing Oumuamua, something like that, and it's the Hawaiian for scout, which is quite good. So immediately this story broke, and more sensational of the press and people on Twitter as well said, "Oh, it's a space ouch! I shouldn't do that. My arm's still bad. It's great. It's a space alien. It's a spaceship that's coming to Earth and is going to attack us and all that sort of stuff. Of course." Now, there is a bit to suggest that it could have been a spaceship, because essentially this thing is moving at 50 kilometers a second, which is quite fast. I don't think I'll be able to keep up with it. But the shape of the thing, it was elongated. It wasn't like a big blocky thing like a normal asteroid would be. It was long. They reckon about 400 meters long. And the ratio was either somewhere from 5 to 1, so 5 length to every 1 across, or 10 to 1 across. So it was a very unusually shaped object. It was a good spot. It's the first one we've ever seen. There's probably loads of these things coming in and out of the solar system on a regular basis. And this thing wasn't headed to Earth. After much research, it was found that it was tumbling pretty much out of control, so unlikely to be a spaceship. Unless, of course, it was some aliens from another distant solar system which was going to explode, and they put themselves into some sort of stasis, some sort of deep sleep, in the hope that we'd be able to rescue them, but unfortunately they've got here and we haven't been able to. But it's a big rock, essentially. The first 5 meters crust has been ionised, or something to do with sunlight, and it's just going off to somewhere else now, and it's been zipping around space for hundreds of millions of years. So there might be some aliens in it, but it's extremely unlikely. It is just a big rock there. Now, To do extra tests on this, because we are obsessed with it, humans getting contact with alien life. We, I think SETI or somewhere like that, scanned it for any radio waves that are coming from it, any signs of any transmissions, any beacons, and that come up all nothing. So it is just one of these large rocks been floating around space for millions and millions of years, and just by some fluke it's entered our solar system, and now it's actually on the way out because it's moving at such a speed the gravity of the solar system isn't enough to keep it there, and it's going to disappear. So tumbling out of control, big rock, isn't space aliens. It's had a collision at some point, that's what they think. It's tumbling not on its axis irregularly, so it's come from quite a violent place, they presume. A creation of another solar system with other rocks and stuff bashing around. Another rock's hit into it, caused it to spin, kicked it out of its system and come our way. This is happening all the time. There's rocks leaving our system as well. No doubt there's been Planet X, which is knocked out of our system light years and light years away. There are planets out there that aren't a part of a solar system anywhere, so they've just been kicked out and are dead pieces of rock. As I say, speed and trajectory of Oumuamua is completely gone. It would have been nice to have the technology to actually stop it somehow, bring it to Earth and analyse it, because as I say, it's a piece of another solar system, but we don't know where. Experts have tried to track its path down. It's impossible to say because we never know the exact position of the stars going back hundreds of millions of years. And if other aliens try and track that thing again when it gets into their system, they will see that it's coming from us and it isn't really. And they'll probably think, oh, let's thaw this out. There might be humans aboard that put themselves in stasis or something stupid, which I've just said. So, you might have come across that story before. I'm always obsessed with space and discoveries being made, but it turned into a big thing. But at the end of the day, when you boil down to it, it was just a big long rock in space that had a collision and entered our system by random and has been flung back out the solar system. So yeah, it was exciting for a while, but no aliens here. So I'm not sure if you caught that news. It was in October, discovered by an observatory in Hawaii. So a bit of news for you, if you've got any comments about this one, or whether you do think it's a part of some alien substructure. If you do think it's too spindly to be an asteroid, then let me know in your reasons below. Was it a part of some big platform or some big ship where an asteroid hit it and then a part of it's flung our way? So let me know your thoughts about that. Have a good week going forward. We'll probably do a roundup of the channel on Monday where we look at my top 6 games on the channel. So till next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.